when you were in your recent roles, what did brands do that really resonated with you? And the flip side of that, were there any things that a brand might have done that were less engaging, that that didn't exactly activate you in any way? Margaret, do you want to start with this one?
Sure. The thing that really helped me a lot, and I would have the most amount of time for, was when a brand actually internalized the priorities that we had published. You know, in the case of the President's Management Agenda and the cross-agency priority goals, there were literally, hundreds of pages of information out there about our priorities. And when it was clear that a brand had identified what we cared about and shared their story in the context of that, that was the most helpful.
Frank, I know when we were preparing for this discussion, this was a really charged area because Margaret and I both talked about the things that we loved and the things that were maybe not so useful. And when they're not so useful to your audience, it's not the best use of time of your marketers. But echoing what Margaret said is use the terminology and talk on topic, whether it is someone in a central role or an agency role, about the things that they have shared that are on their agenda, and show data and case studies and examples that are applicable. When I saw that means that the brand and that person that wanted to communicate had invested in listening and understanding and put some thought into what they could contribute. And that was worth my time as well. When someone sent me their latest marketing spiel that I didn't recognize, any of the words, and they weren't on any of the topics that we were working on, that quickly went to the trash folder, because that is not something that we're going to act on. And I think if there's one bit of advice for the marketers, is understand, the agency strategies, understand the administration priorities, understand well the citizens who are being served and, their priorities. And if you're doing what you're sharing based on those, you're going to get a much better reception.
Well, that's really interesting, because I think what you guys are both talking about is, marketers being able to deliver content that is personal to your specific job at any given time. And then the advantage that they have is your specific priorities are in the public, they are known. So they just have to use that information to deliver that sort of content.